DMs. They count. But if it's two-way communication, right? So if you're texting a FSBO or a lead off your website and they text you back, that counts as a contact. If you're messaging them over Instagram or Facebook and they message you back, that counts as a contact. Okay, guys? Like, so don't, if you're knocking on the door and they open the door and they slam it in your face, that counts as a contact. If you call a FSBO and it's the wrong number and you say, hey, sorry about that, you know, this is going to be kind of crazy. But, and again, my name's Belladonna with ABC Realty. By any chance, you wouldn't happen to be looking to buy or sell a home in the next 6 months, would you? That's a contact. Okay. Even though it was a wrong number. Let me give you another example. You're calling a FSBO and they're like, are you an agent? Yes, I am. Click. That's a contact. Okay. They answered the phone and you had two-way communication. It counts as a contact. So I'm real liberal on what a contact is. Okay. Everybody good on what constitutes a contact? Okay. But we're our own worst enemy. So accountability is how I protect myself from me, because I don't like calling leads, guys. It's been 20 years. I still don't wake up and excited and bang go, yeah, I get to call leads today. I'm usually like, all right, here we go.
Shake it out.
Right.
Or we have that morning phone call. How many calls you doing today? I'm doing 20. I'm going for 20. Okay. And we hit our calls. And at the end of the day, you're like, did you make 20?
You're like, no, I only made 10. Why? Well, the cat threw up. The cat threw up. Of course, I couldn't finish making my calls. I had to go clean that up, you know?
And it took the whole rest of the day.
Yeah. And then I was out of my jam. And then you couldn't possibly have me finish my calls after the cat threw up. Okay. So accountability is pressure that we put on ourselves to make sure we do the things we have to do in order to hit our goals. Guys, do you have built-in accountability as somebody's employee? So if most of us were employees before we became real estate agents, were you accountable to show up to your old job every day? Yeah? Did you have to show up on time? First of all, did you have to show up at a certain time, or could you show up whenever the hell you felt like it? You had to show up on a schedule. If you showed up late, was there a penalty to you? Was there a problem if you just showed up late for work? Yeah, you guys would get fired if you showed up late too much. What happened if you didn't show up at all? Like, yeah. Pull that times. You get fired. Okay. We all had built-in harsh accountability when we were employees. And then, yeah, oh my gosh, Leisha was a cop. Yeah. But
and she had roll call.
Okay. You had to go to roll call. Yeah, if you were a soldier, you had to go to first formation at 5 a.m. We're putting accountability in place for ourselves. So I cannot encourage you highly enough. You must have, and you desperately need 1 to 2 to 3 accountability partners. Now, who should you never use as an accountability partner? Tamara, who sucks? Guys, don't use your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Don't use friends and family. It always blows up in your face. Well,
because they'll let you off. They will always let you off the hook.
It's the truth. Always. Or they start nagging you. And it's not nagging. You ask them to help you, and then it just feels like they're nagging you. And nobody wants to feel that way. And then it gets weird. It just gets weird. You need somebody else in the industry, and best if you're accountable to each other. So it's two-way accountability, right? Okay, so guys, Now I'm going to talk a little bit about, well, first, before Tamara, anything else on that you'd like to add?
Well, I just have one thing to drop on that. And on the basis of why be accountable. Well, go back to whether or not you would hire yourself. Okay. And if you can say, no, I definitely wouldn't hire me, then think of accountability as you're the business owner. You are, you're the CEO of your own business. So if you're not out there doing what you need to do in order to create the revenue that you want to make each and every year, then who's gonna, keep your business afloat? Who's going to run things? So the whole point of accountability with ourselves is to go, okay, if I'm going to keep floating this ship across the ocean here, then I need to make sure that I'm doing what I need to be doing in order to stay afloat. Otherwise, somebody's pulling the plug and I'm sinking. That's just the way it works. Because if you don't stay, if you don't stay keeping yourself going, okay, I've got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. And at the end of the day, I've got to report back to this person to go, yep, I held myself up to what I told you I was going to do. And here's what I did. And if you can't do that, then you just sunk your ship.
And here's the irony. If you are not accountable in your own business and your business fails, which, let's just be honest, 90% of agents fail, 90%. That's in the first 2 years. Another 80% don't make it 5 years, guys. The failure rate is spectacularly high. Why? Because we have no accountability to anybody. And then when we fail in real estate and we go out and get a job, guess what? We become accountable again to somebody else for way less money. Okay, so I think we've beat that dead horse. Now, what makes accountability work? Oh my God, it's my favorite topic, guys. Okay, my first day with a real estate license, I went to work for a real estate company that I ended up becoming the managing broker for, and then the COO for almost my whole career. They were psychos. I went to work for a company that was insane, and I didn't know it at the time. I thought this is what real estate agents did. We had